Achyuta Padakamalam
Jasyato buddhi kunapeti dhatuke sadhik kalatra dhisubhoma ijjadhi jatirtha buddhi salilena karhichit janeshu avijneshu saeva Go-Khara. Go means cow and Khara means ass. So anyone who accepts this body as self, he is animal, he is not human being. That is the beginning of knowledge. People are accepting knowledge from school, college, university, but at the present moment at least, how many people know that he is not body? Unless we understand this first principle of knowledge, there is no question of spiritual advancement of life. So, the beginning of Bhagavad Gita is to give lesson that we are not this body. It will be later on explained that the spirit soul or the real person is within this body. Just like we are here, we are within this heart and coat, but we are not this heart and coat. So, if this heart and coat is torn, and if somebody becomes mad after it and lamenting, that is not very good sense. Therefore he is saying that asaccharanusūchastang, you are lamenting on the subject matter which is never done by any learned man. So, we shall go further on. Yes, read purport in Spanish. Then is misguided. A ship without rudder or without captain. A ship without captain, he has not mentioned, but Bhagavad has mentioned. No, you don't bring any other question. You talk about this, which you have lectured. In this way, if you bring other question, that is not. We are discussing one verse. You can put question on this, not irrelevant question. Of course, that is not irrelevant, but not in connection with this verse. So, question means in connection with this verse. So, how do you understand when you go for treatment to a physician, how do you understand that here is a physician? How do you understand? Tell me. Huh? Yes. Somewhere or other, you know that he is a physician. Similarly, you have to find out Guru. Guru, first of all, who requires a Guru? That is the question. Because Guru is not a fashion. It is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Tasmad Gurum Prabhaddeta. On account of this, you should go to a Guru. What is that account? Tasmad Gurum Prabhaddeta Jignashu Shreya Uttamam. One who is very much inquisitive to know about spiritual affair, he requires a Guru. Spiritual affair means that we are in this material world, we are suffering. When the question will come in one's mind, why I am suffering? That is spiritual. Just like an animal is being to the slaughterhouse, he cannot inquire why I am being taken to the slaughterhouse. But if a man is being taken forcibly, he will protest, he will cry, he will call crowd. Therefore, human being can inquire about spiritual affair. So, when there is spiritual inquiry, then one requires a Guru. And by going to Guru, as it is stated, Tadviddhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. One has to learn by surrendering, pranipat. So, First of all, there must be a strong impulse to inquire about the transcendental subject matter. Then one requires a guru. Not that to follow a fashion that one has guru. Acharyavan Purusha Veda. Unless one becomes under the control of Acharya, he has no perfect knowledge. Therefore the Vedas says, Tad Vijnanatham sa gurumeva abhigachet. For understanding the transcendental science, one must approach a guru. And what is the symptom of guru? Samitpani Shrutiyam Brahmanishtam. Guru means one who has complete knowledge of Vedic version, and not only that, he is a staunch or fixed up devotee of the Supreme Lord. These are the qualifications. The Guru strictly follows the Vedic injunction and teaches the same thing to his disciple. That is Guru. So, first thing is, one must be inquisitive to understand about the spiritual subject matter. Just like you have come here in this temple, you know that here nothing like political meeting is going on. Here something spiritual matter is being discussed, therefore you have come. This inclination is the beginning of spiritual life. This is called Shraddha. So, Shraddha means faith. So, this Shraddha has to be developed further. And to develop this Shraddha or faith, one has to associate with persons who are keeping with this faith. Therefore it is said, Adu Shraddha Tato Sadhu Sangha. First of all faith, then to associate with persons who are devotees and faithful. In this way, when further development is done, then Ato Bhajana Kriya means the learning the process of devotional service. No gambling, no meat eating. These are not wanted. In the beginning of life, nobody smokes or nobody becomes intoxicated. It is learned by bad association. Similarly, it can be given up by good association. They are called anarthas. Anartha means unwanted bad habits. So, when we are children, innocent, we have no bad habits. But as we grow and associate with bad company, we also acquire all these bad habits. So to give up all these bad habits means we have to associate with sadhus or devotees, saintly person, then we can give it up. This is called anartha nivritti, means giving up all unwanted bad habits. These things are not wanted. Nobody dies if he does not smoke or drink. Nobody dies. So artificially we learn it, so by good association we can give it up. So when we are purified out of all the bad habits, then we become fixed up in spiritual knowledge. So in this way we make advance in spiritual life, and at the last stage we become lover of God. This is the process, and one who teaches this process, he is Guru. This is the definition of Guru. I do not know what to say. What is here?
She said that the devotee does not lament for the living of the dead.
Where it is?
Well, there's a tendency to misunderstand it in that way.
No, when we are teaching, it is because the people are suffering on account of ignorance. Therefore we are teaching. How we are callous. We are not callous, we are very much sympathetic to give them knowledge. How do you say? The devotees are not callous. Why they are touring all over the world, accepting so much trouble, opposition? Because they are very much sympathetic with the people who are suffering out of ignorance. They are the most sympathetic friend of the human society.
Son los mejores amigos de la sociedad humana.
So this is not true that they are careless. So any other question?
Now at this point, how do we purify ourselves?
If you don't commit offense, why do you voluntarily commit offense?
No comita más ofensas porque es voluntario.
You should not commit offense.
No debe cometer ofensas.
Then it will be all right, purified.
Inmediatamente puede estar bien.
By performing Sankirtan. Just like if a man drinks, and if he drinks, then he become a drunkard. Drink more and he become drunkard. Similarly, chant more and he become a perfect chanter. Yes, that is the first offense. Guru Ravagya Shruti Shastra Nindanam. Shruti Shastra Nindanam, Guru Ravagya. And if you accept Guru and again disobey him, then what is your position? You are not a gentleman. You promise before Guru, before Krishna, before fire, that I shall obey your order, I shall execute this, and again you do not do this, then you are not even a gentleman. What to speak about devotee? This is common sense. What is that?
How can he control his tongue so that he can treat people nicely?
He can take prasadam. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said like that, Tar madhe jivbhavati lobho moy sudur mati, tare jeta kothina sangsare. Out of all the senses, the tongue sense is very powerful. So it is very difficult to control it. So he says, Tar madhe jivbhavati lobho moy sudur mati. The tongue is very greedy and very difficult to be controlled. Therefore, Krishna has given us one weapon. What is that? Krishna baro dayamoy koribare jivha joy saprasad anna dila bhai. Krishna is very kind. Therefore, he has given us his remnants of food stuff. So if we make this promise that I shall not take anything which is not offered to Krishna, then your tongue will be controlled. And in the Shastra it is said that you cannot understand Krishna, Atah Sri Krishna Namadi, not only Krishna, even his name, you cannot understand with these imperfect senses. Atah Sri Krishna Namadi Namabhed Grahyam Indriyai Sevan Mukhe Hi Jivhado Swami Vaspurattada. But when you engage your tongue in the service of Krishna, then Krishna reveals himself. So the tongue's business is twofold. One is with tongue we speak, we vibrate sound, and another business is with tongue we taste nice food stuff. So if you engage this tongue in the matter of Krishna's service by vibrating Hare Krishna mantra, and if you don't allow your tongue to touch anything which is not offered to Krishna, then you become immediately Krishna realizer. So when the tongue is controlled, all other senses are automatically controlled. Now again engage your tongue chanting Hare Krishna.